The woman here, a Philly woman wrongfully charged with Texas crime due to mistaken identity. And I'm going to say, I guess it's one of those, I'm going to keep it real. We all look alike, okay? A Philadelphia woman spent nearly a week in jail after being wrongfully arrested for a Texas crime due to a case of mistaken identity. Lawsuit, that's right, lawsuit. When you know that you didn't do anything wrong, it makes you feel crazy, Julie Hudson told NBC 10 after leaving custody. The ordeal began with a shoplifting incident at a sports store in Webster, Texas. That was at Academy. That's near Houston, back in May of last year. Webster police identified the suspect as a woman named Julie Hudson. Not Jennifer Hudson now, okay? Not Sherry Shepherd, Julie Hudson. A surveillance photo of the suspect looks similar to social media images of the 31-year-old PhD student from Philadelphia who is also named Julie Hudson. Hudson, who was unaware she was mistakenly identified as the shoplifting suspect, soon found herself being denied jobs. She then found out she had a criminal record. When Hudson visited the Philadelphia police station to find out why, she was arrested and placed on custody January the 5th, and she stayed there a whole freaking week. Yeah, they both big girls. Yeah, I'm going there. They both thick, big women, big boned, as my uncle used to say, big chested women, but they do not look alike. This girl from Philly with the PhD, she's darker complexion, she's wear glasses, and her nose seemed to be, I don't know, I want to say pudgier. The other girl is a shade or almost 2 shades lighter, and her hairline is different, and her nose is different. But again, I'm just keeping it real. We all look alike, right? Okay.
A Philadelphia woman finally free this morning after being jailed for a week, and it's all because of a mistake made by police hundreds of miles away. Julie Hudson says she was arrested for a crime that happened near Houston, Texas. NBC 10's Randy Gyllenhaal live for us outside police headquarters with more details. Randy, she says she's never been in trouble with the law, and she'd never been to Texas.
Yeah, so she and her family incredulous this could happen. This is a Philadelphia woman studying for her PhD, caught up in a case of mistaken identity. She's never been to Texas, but police there issued a warrant for her arrest based solely on a similar name and a social media picture. She was taken into custody last week here by Philadelphia police based on that warrant, held and spent days in jail, but this morning, finally, she is free.
When you know that you didn't do anything wrong, and it makes you feel crazy.
We love you, Julie. Yes!
This is Philadelphia's Julie Hudson, reunited with her family this morning. All charges dropped. Her nightmare began near Houston, Texas, back in May. Webster, Texas police were investigating a shoplifting at a store. They found the name and the surveillance picture of the thief. And then police apparently scoured social media and found Philly's Julie Hudson on Instagram, who looks maybe vaguely similar to that suspected thief. Police somehow convinced a judge to issue a warrant for her arrest, but it was the wrong Julie Hudson. The Philly woman realized that she had pending criminal charges, and so she went to Philly police to clear her name, but that's when they arrested her. They sent her to jail for 7 days as she awaited a hearing. It was not until the media, both in Houston and here in Philadelphia, reached out to Texas officials about this case. The charges were almost immediately dropped, and now the family is demanding answers.
Everybody's sure that you did something, that you're a criminal, but that's not who you are. I want to find out what happened. I want to find out how this happened, and I want it to not happen to anyone else ever again.
Well, in a statement, Philadelphia police said they became aware of the warrant being dismissed recently and then immediately requested Ms. Hudson be released from custody, which happened overnight. There are a few glaring questions here. First, why was a picture on social media along with a similar name used to justify a warrant? How is that probable cause? Also, why was Ms. Hudson in jail for 7 days despite her warrant being dropped recently? Her family says she was not given the medication she needs in jail either. So a lot of questions from her family, who is considering legal action. As for Ms. Hudson, she is saying she's just disappointed in the justice system. For now, we're live outside police headquarters. Randy Gyllenhaal, NBC 10 News.
How many people are still sitting in jail waiting for something like what happened to her, and they are innocent? And not to mention when they get out, or even some of the people that get, I don't know if it's exonerated from prison and they wasn't the person, they still don't want to take that stuff off of these people's records. Okay, any decent job you go to, that's the first thing they're doing, especially if you, I'm gonna keep it real, your chocolate. They're gonna want to pull a criminal report or do a report. That's why it's so weird to me when I see people like this guy, this Santos guy in New York, and some other people I saw lying about their resume, allegedly fabricating their resume, allegedly. Are these people not checking before you hire them? Are you not doing background check? You're not getting on the phone calling Goldman Sachs or whatever to say, hey, did this person work there? What was their position? How long they was there? Blah, blah, blah. No, they don't do that. I'm just keeping it real, unless, you know, I know that happened to my brother-in-law. He's a trucker, went somewhere. The people wasn't paying him right, wasn't acting right, so he left, got on in another place. And I don't think the guy did, I guess the guy didn't do a criminal background. No, it wasn't a criminal background. He didn't call. He just hired him. And so then he said, oh, you know, he waited after the month that my brother-in-law worked. And then he said, well, I finally got around to calling your previous, I'm thinking, what? When he told me the story, he said, I finally got around to calling your previous employer, and the man said, you did this and you did that, and that you had some weed in the truck, and he found a can of beer in the truck. And he was like, man, first of all, I don't even drink beer, okay? And I don't even smoke weed. So I don't even know where this is coming from. And besides, why are you coming to me now? I've been here a month or however many weeks he was there, and now you deciding you want to call my previous employer. So I think he did, my brother-in-law did continue staying there, but the guy was saying, well, if this stuff is not true and he bad-mouthing you like that, you have a good lawsuit, you need to sue him or something. I don't know, my brother-in-law went through it. And again, a lot of people don't do it, but guess what? You need to follow up and do it, because these people, these employers, are people who do this. They're trying to destroy you. They're trying to destroy your livelihood, your family. Her family told NBC 10 they still need to get the mistake taken off her record. See? You see what I'm saying? Ben Crump, attorney Ben Crump. But hey, they need to get somebody. She needs to really get a female lawyer to yeah, I'm going there to take over. Julie just so happened to have a family that was able to get the information together if we needed to get the funds together. Sharon said, it's so many people out there that don't have that. That's what struck a chord in me. And she's right. That's why they sit up there in jail for weeks and weeks and months and end up going to, I don't know, to prison. No family support, no money, nobody that has education to do the research, no one who is aggressive and assertive. Anything could have happened. She could have got COVID. She could have got into an altercation with someone else or with a jailer. That happens. There's been several people that have passed away from fights in jail with other inmates who were unruly or mad or whatever, or with an aggressive jailer. Yes, Miss Julie, please sue these people. I want to say something right quick. I'm probably going to make this a part 2. My ex brother-in-law. Well, I wouldn't say he's my ex-brother-in-law. Okay. When they said fugitive, so this is what happened to him. And he's a paralegal by trade, or he used to be. I don't know what happened. And I'll go back and talk about him more when I do relationships and the passport bros. I'm going to do another video on that. So what happened to him, he had reached a bad spot, a hiccup, blah, 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 blah. Broke up with his wife. I think she had came down from New Orleans when the Katrina tragedy had happened. They got married. Something happened. She went back. I don't know if he filed. I don't know how many years this was ago. But make a long story short, I think he had dated a white lady in between. Or not in between, after. So after his wife went back or estranged, he started dating this white lady. I don't know if they had a child or what happened, but I know she had other kids. So they broke up. I don't know what happened, but a black lady, I know she owned this apartment complex, so she was running it for someone, but they did the scale income where they do your income, your rent by your income. So basically, he was living in an apartment. I don't know, she had a little crush on him because he one of those sweet talkers. He's a sweet talker, y'all. I wouldn't say he bad looking. He look okay. Some guy, dark chocolate. You know how some of y'all love that chocolate. Okay, so homie got it good. Homie don't have to do nothing but pay a light bill. Homie, all he got to do is when she have the people come out from the food pantry to deliver the food for the elderly, he just go by and bring the food to them and pick up stuff around the place or help with little things. So again, that's pretty good. You don't have no rent to pay. You don't have nothing. And then he's able to be in his little apartment, and I'm gonna say allegedly, because they're gonna probably be looking at and saying, "Oh, you just telling everybody business. You just telling everybody business." Being there, smoking his little, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know how it happened or how this chick knew where he lived, or maybe he was still talking to her off and on. But she shows up. And he let her in, and she stayed there. I don't know if she stayed there a week or what. I didn't know if he knew that she was running from the law, but guess what, you guys? He got in trouble, basically. So when the task force or the U.S. Marshals found her, because I don't know if she had been in a treatment center or she was in a halfway house or what, but she ran off. So instead of go to your mama house, who has your kids, or instead of go to your sister house or your brother house, she goes to his house, and she's there a week. Now his house, remember, the lady that had a little crush on him, the black lady, she helped him to get this place, and she got it for him free. He didn't have to do nothing but help a little around and move some stuff and give the food out to the elderly people when the food pantry people arrive once a week. So when the marshals came, I'm going to say it's marshals, y'all. I don't know. Maybe it was bounty hunters. The marshals be acting like bounty hunters, So they took her in. They came back like a week later. He's like, what y'all here? I'm saying, I'm just pretending. I don't know what exactly words. He's like, what y'all doing here? What y'all want? And they told him, we're arresting you. We're taking you in, buddy, because she said you're her pimp. You like, pimp? I ain't no pimp. You guys, this dude and everybody in the family was secretive. We couldn't get no information, couldn't get no word. It was just hush, hush, hush. This happened about 5 or 6 years ago. This dude just got out of jail or prison a year ago, almost 2 years. So this really happened, because he's been out now like almost 2 years, but he was sent away for like 6 years or 5 years. The dude did not have a car, okay? When I used to watch some old time movies from the 70s, and the little Superfly and the Pam Grier and the I cannot think of that man, the Kung Fu Man and the Jim Brown movies and all that, and they're getting the bad guys, or the Starsky and Hutch, they're getting the bad guys or whatever. One thing stands out when for me, I don't know about for you, but when I hear the word pimp, I don't even think about the girls that he has. I think about Cadillac, Mercedes, BMW. Those dudes always have nice rides. I never known nobody or heard anybody talk about a pimp that was on Metro, that was on the rail, that had to walk to where he had to go, that had a house with a little small TV, and he's on a income sliding scale rent, okay? But they sent this man away because this woman said he was the pimp, but you ran off from whatever the facility and you went straight to him. And you stayed there a whole week. He gave you a place to stay, and all of a sudden now, since they caught her, he's the pimp, and they takes him and haul him off. You don't have any money. He don't have any family support. He doesn't have any financing. He doesn't have any fancy friends who know the judges. So all this stuff that happened with Julie Hudson, it's even worse for other people who are not fortunate to have family and friends or funds to get them out of this type of situation. Do you know anybody on the internet, still on the internet, trying to meet dudes, trying to meet gals, trying to pick up chicks? You better educate your people, you guys. You know anybody been caught up in the judicial and legal system and they didn't do whatever they said and they got taken in and end up sitting there for a year, 2 years, a couple of years? These people lifted up in prayers. Everybody lifted up in prayers. Keep your family lifted up in prayers. And again, I want to thank you for what else? Watching, listen to me at Maria Loves to Talk. Stay healthy, happy, and blessed, and have a great day.